Good morning, everyone. Welcome to sunny Huddersfield. I'm waiting here in the Huddersfield train station car park, which isn't really somewhere you want to be leaving your car, but whatever. And I'm going to go and catch a train. Where am I catching a train to, you ask? Leeds. Because today is the Leeds Retro Gaming Fair. So we're going to go there and find some stuff, and it's going to be awesome. So, what are we looking for exactly? Well, we're getting into imports lately, they're very interesting and tend to represent the best version of a game, maybe, depending on who you ask. I can play imports these days because I've got a lot of systems that can do that, so that'd be nice. PS2 imports, SFC games, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Also, if I can find a copy of Vib Ribbon, that'd be nice, but not essential. And Amiga stuff, that'd be great. I've just got an Amiga 600, so finding joysticks, games, stuff like that. Anything interesting for that'd be cool. And of course, big box PC games. Always the most important thing. So, I suppose we better get cracking, eh? Well, the queue's not as long as I thought it'd be, but that might just be because I've already started going in. So, still can't see my party anywhere.
There's a car.
Again, I may have already gone in. Almost there. Just gonna pay and make our way in and see what there is to see.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, thank you.
Here we go. Let's have a wander around and see what we can find. It didn't take long for me to finally find my party when I got in there, and once I did, we had a look around and found some interesting stuff. There's always a good variety of stuff to see, so you've got stalls with action figures, toys, paintings, and of course, a ton of games. And you've got everything from original consoles, games, import games, or PAL games if for some reason you want PAL games, which a lot of people do, I suppose. You've also got a variety of modded consoles. Deadpan robots usually there. I don't think they were there this time, but there were some other guys selling some modded stuff, so that was pretty cool. I made the executive decision to show you my pickups afterwards, because otherwise I'm just going to get in everybody's way, so I'll show you them later. The game room. It's always a fun time being in here, especially when you trounce everybody at Street Fighter 2, because apparently Sagat is a dirty fighter. Nah, you just need the skill to beat him, that's all. Wasn't so good at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but we'll put that one under the rug. You don't need to know about that one, yeah. Ah, look at that bad boy.
Well, I love that green girl.
I had a nice chat with this guy as well about Amigas, because this guy was selling his USB floppy kits, which included a Gotek floppy emulator as well as some 3D printed stuff, some little extra doodads, all very nice indeed. did end up picking up one of them, so we'll have a look at it on a future video.
Do you want to know more about it?
I'm very interested in the CRT. That's the thing. That's the thing I need at the moment.
Yeah, no, CRTs are great, aren't they?
Yeah, so
it's just
good.
this is the 1084, so it's one of the Commodore monitors that internally I think it's a Philips, this one.
It's so nice, so crisp.
Yeah, it's nice to actually see a CRT. The scan lines that are actually not there for effect.
You can tell the real. Yeah.
Which I prefer to the other way of working the Gotec, which is it just turn it and it selects the.
Oh right, I see. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super useful because I did wonder how it would
So
work.
how Gotecs work is you boot into a default into the.
I also found this fantastic selection of big box PC games, which I had a look through. There was some good stuff in there. I picked up a few of these. We'll have a look at them at the end of the video. Who's gonna win?
You'll play one.
Purple can. The immense concentration in these two.
I've lost so many games today, I can't lose anymore. My pride has been damaged. I mean, I'm fine.
Now I don't feel so bad at being terrible at Tony Hawk's.
I mean, I'm fine being I supported you, Tim. Second. I supported you. I was your friend.
Let's see them buttons in action. I want to film this and then analyse it.
What, analyse his play styles every time. Play me at 5, bro.
I think I did and I still beat you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, the only way you're going to find out.
Oh no, because that was my first ever time touching a Kuma.
Yeah.
I'm so much better at 5.
And finally, as ever, before we were leaving, we ran into our old friend Mort Moribund, who's always around being jolly and making nice videos for people, so I thought I'd let him plug his channel for once.
I'll try to remember next time.
Let's have a plug.
What?
Plug.
Do I get to have a plug?
You get to have a plug.
Oh, well, why are you filming?
So
if you check me out, Mort's Moments,
Yep.
it's on YouTube, and I've got other stuff as well. I can bring my card out and go, hey.
wow, check that out, yeah.
Aye, it's got all the links on the back.
Nice.
And
There you
also,
go.
I will give you that as well. That's free of charge.
I think I might already have one, but
Sorry.
get another one. Limited collector's edition.
So it's free of charge, don't worry. But yours, it'll cost you.
It'll cost you a copy of Beijing
Not selling that.
He's got it, it's not getting sold.
Fair enough. You can have one as well.
I think I already have one.
It's alright, I like giving them away.
Look at him dealing, wheeling and dealing. Might Del buy this one.
I just like putting my hand in my pocket and just, there you go. Thanks for talking to us, and hopefully see you next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy your games. If you take a number each, and we'll see what each of you have got.
Tim, do you want to take your camera back?
Don't worry, I'll do the communal Mid-Boss Bros draw.
There you go.
There.
So you got his as well?
Tim, we're a team.
We've got 2 games left after this. So what numbers have we got?
Hold on. I have 132. That'll not be that World Cup Africa thing.
Oh, I thought it was that. Right, so you have got
Beijing 2008.
Good job.
That is going straight to see him.
You have 100 here.
You have the FIFA. These are going.
There we go.
These,
Have you got 110?
I don't.
we need to play these on YouTube.
If it pays for my entry, it's fine.
That's not terrible.
Okay. So 1, 3, 4.
Oh, you might have got the second worst game.
Yay!
What were the other 2?
There was Melby's fitness DVD.
Oh, beauty. What is that? What is this?
What are the?
So that was another successful retro gaming fair with him and
Them.
him and them. So there we have it.
Not quite as successful as last year because we're missing 2.
Yes.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well,
Actually, we're missing like 4.
4
Yeah.
That makes it worse. 2 major components.
Then again,
Please say their names.
a smaller group means it's.
I will say Jason. Jason.
it was It'd also theoretically be easier to keep track of each other, but that didn't prove.
Yeah. You kept disappearing.
You kept disappearing.
I kept
Walking off.
No, I didn't walk. Anyway, this rather pointless bickering went on for some time. So let's just go back to the train station, and a bit disappointing the street pass hits this year. Normally it's a full house, but we shan't worry too much about that. Let's just have a look at what I ended up with. Okay, we just got back from the retro game fair. Well, technically I got back yesterday, but to you it looks like I got back now. And we're going to have a look at some of my pickups, or indeed all of my pickups, since it'd be a bit pointless if I didn't show you everything, wouldn't it? So, let's begin with Super Famicom. I think that's probably a good place to start. And here's something that everybody will be familiar with, everybody who's into retro gaming at any rate. The Super Game Boy. Just trying to get this in shot. It's very difficult. I've not picked a good place to film. But we'll have to go with it now. So if you're not aware, the Super Game Boy is a device for playing Game Boy games on the television. How does it work, you ask? Well, you get your Game Boy game out. In this case it's Tetris, since that's the only one I have. Plop it in the top. Comme ça. And then it goes... Is that in? There we go. That's in. Goes into your Super Nintendo like that. So this will work within a region, though you'll notice it is a Japanese model. Don't think it makes a difference really. And so there we go. I can now play Game Boy games on my telly, which is good, isn't it? You know, this seems like one of those sort of utility things that everybody needs to have in their collection. So, you know, why ever not? It wasn't too expensive anyway, so I don't mind. Next thing. Here's something that a lot of people will also be familiar with, though not perhaps in this form. This is, I think it's pronounced Seiken Densetsu or Densetsu. Seiken Densetsu 2, also known as The Secret of Mana. And this is the Super Famicom release, as you can probably tell. And it's got the persons on the back. Gonna be honest with you, never played this game. And quite frankly, I'm not going to be able to play it in Japanese, am I? Unless I learn Japanese, in which case I can play it. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do that. Because I also have another game. I've never heard of this one. Bahamut Lagoon. And this is apparently a turn-based tactics sort of game. It's in very good nick. I'm very happy with this. And that was 2 for 15 quid, which was a pretty good deal, I think. Okay, next let's move on to Amiga. So I didn't get very many Amiga, in fact I got 0 Amiga games, however I got some good Amiga peripherals. Like for example, this wonderful PowerPlay Turbo joystick with the feet on the bottom. Don't know who thought that was a good idea, but yeah, this is a Amiga joystick. It's very well regarded, or was at least, and I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but proper micro switch buttons and stick. That's not micro switch, but who the hell cares? I don't even know why you'd use that button when you've got 2 perfectly good buttons here. It's ambidextrous, so I can play with whatever left-handed friends I bring along. Do I have any left-handed friends who would care to use an Amiga? I don't know. I'll find out, I'm sure. And it's a little bit stiff if you go to the right. Honestly, I haven't tested this yet, but I was told it worked fine. In case you're not aware, by the way, the special feature of the PowerPlay Turbo is that, if I can do it right, you can spin this bit around and it becomes a bit less stiff. So you can either have really tight controls where you don't have to move it very much, or you can loosen it up a bit. So that's good, isn't it? And this is a very, very highly regarded controller. Don't think it's quite as regarded as the Competition Pro or the Zip Stick, but you know, it's better than all the cheap ones that you get from Sinclair did one, didn't they? And Tiger Electronics. Yeah, it's better than them in it, so that's good. That was a £5. I'll take that. And the second item, which I did show in the main video, before this bit at least, the USB floppy kit, which is cool. So I was going to get one of these anyway, so I figured I might as well get the whole shebang, because the guy was saying, and I don't doubt him on this, that you'd buy the Gotek part, but then you'd have to buy a load of other peripherals separately to actually get it in your machine. And you might also have to modify your machine's casing, which is something I don't want to do. So, this is good. So what you get in the kit is the Gotek board itself. So this is just a standard Gotek thing. It's got the buttons that do stuff. And it's got a USB port for putting in... This is a strange USB device, isn't it? But flipping hell. So that's that. So that's where all your disk images live. I think I might get something a bit more compact than this, but the guy gave it away, so you know what, it'll do for now. And it's got all the software and stuff I'll need on it, drivers, kickstart ROMs, stuff like that. Kickstart ROMs? They're on the machine, what am I on about? Workbench disks, that's what I'm on about. So that's that. You get this 3D printed mount. So that sits inside your Amiga, and it basically means that it's not resting on nothing, it's actually got something to sit on. You get this little doodad here, which again I demonstrated this in the video. This basically shows you what disc you've got selected, which is pretty cool, and it's got this little cute LCD screen on it, which is great, and you've got this variable resistor to change which disc you're using. It's great, isn't it? And it even looks like a little... Yeah, it's even got a little Amiga logo on it. Pretty cool. And of course, you get that bit, which I think just comes with the Gotek as standard, so that's fine. I don't know if you need to use that, but it's there. And just a little extra interest. This was the first one he made, so that makes me very happy indeed. So that's pretty cool. Now I can actually use my Amiga instead of... because I've literally only got one game that works. I've got a ton of floppy disks, but only one that works, so... it'll be nice to be able to actually play with it now. We'll put that together in a separate video, I think. So that's that lot. What's next? Well, let's just have a look at a couple of the other console games that I got. Because, well, there's not really much to say about them. Rocky! This was a pretty cool game. I picked it up because it was 50p. And I thought for 50p you can't really go wrong. Good condition. Decent game. It's quite heavy actually. What's going on here? Oh, it's got 2 instruction manuals in it, that's why. Good. I do have Rocky Legends as well, which is slightly different I think. But, yeah, that's a pretty cool game. And the other one, I mentioned wanting to get this before setting out, and there it is. Let's release it from this silly old bag that they insist putting these things on. I should have said insist on putting these things in. What the heck happened? So there we go. Again, pretty decent nick. It's got a big gold crack in the back of the case because, of course, it does. This PS1 case is not exactly best quality. Got the manual. Yep. Oh, it folds out like that. That's weird. No poster, but yeah, I can live without it. In fact, unless this whole thing is the poster. No, that's just like a concertina thing. Whatever. Yeah, I can live without the poster. Just more fluffery, isn't it? And the game itself, very nice, very very nice indeed. And finally, just to finish off, let's have a look at some big box PC games, because I did get some, and it always excites me, this bit. So, let's start with this one. This is the limited edition of Myst, and I do already have a copy of Myst, because of course I do, everybody does. And this, I actually got a copy of this at a previous Retro Gaming Fair, and it was tatty and it was in very poor shape, so I gave it away to a friend, and it's come back to me, and this one's looking a lot better. You've got the disc on the front, which has amazingly managed to stay there over the years, making of Riven, and you've got a load of doodads inside. Let's just take a quick peek. It's got a nice handle. What's that all about? That's a very strange box design. Ah, look at this lot. Books. You get the user's manual, because that makes sense. The Journal of Mist. Oh, mate, does this tell you how to play the game? Another book. Well, that's cheeky. I bought you a special edition and you can't even give me the flipping guide. Letters and all this balls. Do we get an actual game, I wonder? Why, yes, sir. Oh, it's got a fancy schmancy cover as well. How about that? Well, yeah, that'll do me. I like that. And it's nice to have a copy that's in actual decent nick. Because, I actually recall being on the Big Box PC Game Collectors podcast. And I was showing this game, and when I was showing it off and showing off all the things that were inside, it just fell open at the bottom. This one hasn't, so already I have more faith in this. What's next? Sim Tower! Yeah, my first sim game. This is a very cool game. I've not actually seen it in action really. I've seen short videos and stuff, so I'd like to have a go at it. Maybe I'll stream it actually. That would be fun. We've got the disc in a sleeve, which is a bit bizarre. There we go. This works on Windows and Mac as well, which is nice. Put that back, and we've also got manuals and all the standard stuff. Don't need to see all that really, do we? So that's cool. Yes, I do like the Maxis game because they've all got a consistent theme about them. So if you've got a bunch of them, they all look nice together on your shelf. Very nice indeed. Yes, I like it a lot. In fact, it looks like, because I played Tiny Tower on my phone. This looks like everything I want from Tiny Tower. So yeah, I'll take that. And finally, just a little extra thing. Midtown Madness. A lot of people say this game's a lot of fun, and it was like £2, so I'll take it. Say goodbye to Gridlock. I think it's just like it's a street racing game, but you can just drive around as you wish. So nice little thing, I suppose. I don't know. Never played it. I do actually have I think I have it in a keep case as well, but obviously the big box is so much cooler. It's in Microsoft's classic weird foldy outy thing, and yeah, you've got all the Microsoft stuff as usual. Yeah, whatever. If you want to see all that stuff, I've got plenty more Microsoft unboxings that you can look at. And there we have it. So that's my haul, as they say. And it was a haul because I had to take it back on the train with me. And yeah, this was a really good retro gaming fair. I've got a lot more stuff this time than well, not so much more stuff, just sort of better stuff and stuff that I was actually looking for. So yeah, a good time was had by all, and I'm happy with what I've got. So thank you very much for watching. That's all from me, and I'll see you for the next one. Ta-ta.